Hi, I'm Jim Stroud, and this is my podcast. Artificial intelligence, AI, is being used more and more by companies to help them with their hiring processes. AI can review resumes, conduct interviews, and even make hiring decisions. However, with this new technology, there are concerns about fairness and discrimination. Some states are starting to create their own laws to regulate AI-based hiring. I'll talk about that next on the Jim Stroud Podcast. The Recruiting Life is a newsletter that gives a whimsical view of the world of work. It aspires to educate and entertain with articles, comics, videos, podcasts, contests, and more. It is produced on a weekly basis by yours truly, Jim Stroud, and is supported by readers like you. Topics in this newsletter include the future of work, current labor trends, sourcing passive candidates, and more. Subscribe now and receive it every Monday in your email by going to jimstroud.com/subscribe. That's jimstroud.com/subscribe. Link in the podcast description. Don't wait, subscribe now. Operators are standing by. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is a computer system that can learn and make decisions based on data. In hiring, AI can analyze resumes and job applications to find the best candidates for a job. AI can also conduct video interviews and analyze facial expressions and tone of voice to determine if a candidate is a good fit for a company. However, there are concerns that AI can be biased. For example, if the AI is trained on resumes from mostly white males, it may be more likely to choose white male candidates over others. This can lead to discrimination against women and people of color. And in fact, it already has. Listen to this quote from an article published by Reuters back in 2018. Automation has been key to Amazon's e-commerce dominance, be it inside warehouses or driving pricing decisions. The company's experimental hiring tool used artificial intelligence to give job candidates scores ranging from 1 to 5 stars, much like shoppers rate products on Amazon, some of the people said. Everyone wanted this holy grail, one of the people said. They literally wanted it to be an engine where I'm going to give you 100 resumes, it will spit out the top 5, and we'll hire those. But by 2015, the company realized its new system was not rating candidates for software developer jobs and other technical posts in a gender-neutral way. That is because Amazon's computer models were trained to vet applicants by observing patterns in resumes submitted to the company over a 10-year period. Most came from men, a reflection of male dominance across the tech industry. In effect, Amazon's system taught itself that male candidates were preferable. It penalized resumes that included the word women's, as in women's chess club captain, and it downgraded graduates of 2 all-women's colleges, according to people familiar with the matter. They did not specify the name of the schools. Amazon edited the programs to make them neutral to these particular terms, but that was no guarantee that the machines would not devise other ways of sorting candidates that could prove discriminatory, the people said. There have been several high-profile cases of AI bias in recent years. Amazon was not the only one. The New York Times reported on a case where a facial recognition system used by law enforcement was found to be biased against people of color. The system was more likely to misidentify people of color than white people, leading to wrongful arrests and other harms. These cases highlight the importance of addressing AI bias, which is why in 2022, Congress considered the Algorithmic Accountability Act, which would have required that employers perform an impact assessment of AI decision making. This bill ultimately never passed the House Committee on Energy and Commerce. And just as an FYI, on January 31st of this year, the EOC held a hearing exploring potential benefits and harms of using AI in employment decisions, but nothing became of it. No directives were made. Given the absence of federal law and EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, guidance, states have been required to confront these new technological advancements directly. Most states don't have relevant regulations. While some have considered it, only a few states have enacted laws concerning the use of AI for screening prospective employees. Here are some insights on that, according to Bloomberg Law. Illinois, listen up. The Artificial Intelligence Video Interview Act in Illinois requires employers who use AI-enabled analytics in interview videos to inform applicants about the use of AI technology, explain how it works, and obtain their consent before the interview. The video must be destroyed within 30 days upon the request of the applicant, and employers must limit the distribution of the videos to only those individuals necessary to evaluate the applicant. If the employer uses AI to make a threshold determination before an in-person interview, they must track the race and ethnicity of applicants who don't proceed to an in-person interview and those ultimately hired. Now, Maryland employers, did you know this? Maryland employers are prohibited from using facial recognition service technology unless the applicant signs a waiver. The waiver must include the applicant's name, interview date, consent to use facial recognition during the interview, and confirmation that the applicant has read the consent waiver. And here's a heads up if you are an employer in New York City. New York City has passed a law called the Automated Employment Decision Tools Law, which will take effect on July 5th, 2023. The law requires AI technology used in employment decisions to be screened and audited annually to prevent discrimination or disparate impact. This audit must be conducted by a third party and the results published on the employer's website. Employers must notify applicants of the AI tools used and provide an alternative selection process or accommodation if available. If you think those laws are the end of the matter, you are very much mistaken. Things are just getting started. Washington, D.C. is considering the Stop Discrimination by Algorithms Act of 2023, which would prohibit discrimination based upon a computer's algorithm. It would also require D.C. employers to conduct annual third-party bias audits of the algorithm. The law would also require the employer notify employees and applicants about use of AI in employment decisions. California tried something similar to this. In 2022, the California Fair Employment and Housing Council proposed regulations that would hold employers liable if their AI tools had a discriminatory impact, even if the systems were not intended to be discriminatory. Isn't that interesting? The use of AI technology by employers presents unique challenges and is a fast-developing area of law. Employers must keep an eye out for new legal developments as more states and the federal government look to impose new regulations. Good luck with that. Well, my time is up. I thank you for yours. I'll see you again real soon right here with a brand new episode of the Jim Stroud Podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. I can be reached by email at jimstroud@jimstroud.com. And one last favor, if I may ask, please rate this podcast. 5 stars is preferred, but please comment with your honest opinion. I really appreciate that. All right? Okay, until next time, bye-bye.